We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers
and the Washington Commanders.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from FedEx Field.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Lance.
And Shook. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Previous play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Lance. They try to find Chark, but it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Touchdown, Washington! Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
And what they do know is that they'll be playing at home come January, at least for one game, as they have locked up the NFC West.
And everyone wants that top spot, partner. We know that because that guarantees you home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But whether or not that's in the cards or not, you have to be impressed with how this team has played.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Lance going to throw.
Throwing left side, it's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Lance now to throw.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Niners at 11-4 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry.
Touchdown 49ers! Ray McCloud. his first touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders have moved out in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Lance. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 27. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
On play action, Lance
out to his left.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Elijah. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr.
72 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 8. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act to this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Niners have come back to make it a 2-point game. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson
from 8 yards out, and they are able to add on to their advantage.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it concluded with the touchdown pass to Antonio Gibson. This one fielded at the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And finding the tight end, Hooper.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
But that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big time.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Niners take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they?
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The Commanders preparing for their next possession.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And he's got it to about the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Lance looking to throw it. And it's complete to Mitchell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. A quick throw complete to Chark. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the 49ers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Got an open man, finds Gibson.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. And he's left with no option here but to throw away.
No sense risking anything there for first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So we've reached half. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw here. And I think the ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
So the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this 3rd quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score. Put some points on the board and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Ready? Another run with Mitchell. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Can you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here we go. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Elijah Mitchell.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
Ready.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Mitchell is in. Touchdown, 49ers.
And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll drop to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
They try to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Commanders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Robinson up the middle.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Out route to Hill, complete.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short. 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 26. Drive starts with a give to Mitchell. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here we go. Here we go.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw.
Complete. It's Dotson.
call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Running the slant, that's Hooper. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 4. He doubled down. He wound up getting 8.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They're going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
A give running right is Mitchell.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here's a toss right side to Mitchell.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Elijah Mitchell.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's Hill, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Throw right side taken in by Gibson. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He'll look to throw. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Once again, it's Mitchell.
It's a room to maneuver. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it looks like he'll throw here. On the move to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.